All right, time to go to the next chapter. And I wish that the start of this chapter had a brighter beginning than the ending of the last, but sorry it doesn't. So we'll look at a couple verses today, 1 and 2. It says, "But the famine continued to ravage the land of Canaan. And when the grain they had brought from Egypt was almost gone, Jacob said to his sons, 'Go back and buy us a little more food.'" Okay, here's what I think happened. Jacob thought that the food they had brought back would last through the famine and they would be okay. They wouldn't need to go back. They wouldn't need to take Benjamin. See, I think he was perfectly satisfied to let Simeon rot in jail to protect Benjamin. As I said previously, what a broken family. This is another fantastic example of it. But God knew what he was doing, and this famine wore on, and eventually the food that they had began to run out. And so they had to go back. So necessity drove Jacob to do something he would not have done. And in this, we don't see him turning to God. We don't see him seeking after God and saying, "Lord, relieve us of this famine." We see him trying to solve this himself. See, I think at this moment, he was angry and bitter against God for the things that were happening. I think he was angry and bitter against God about Joseph, and wrongly so. I think he was angry and bitter about what had happened when the sons had gone to Egypt, but he didn't understand the whole story. He wanted God to answer his prayers in the way he wanted them to answer them. He knew God was doing something. He wasn't sure what. And so there he is, simply sitting there on the sidelines being mad. Finally, with the possibility of having to starve to death, he has to break down and try to do something. So he's going to send them back. But the bitterness, the anger, and the dysfunction of this family is still present and has not been dealt with. And this family has to deal with these things. And God, in his wisdom, is using this famine to force them into that. He's pushing them that way. And he'll get there real soon. You guys have a blessed day. We'll see you later.